Good afternoon and welcome to our live webinar series. My name is Sally Munro. I'm with Century 21 and I'm delighted to be here today as we move through each and every day, one day at a time. And today we'll have a number of surprise people that show up, at least I'm hoping, right? Some people are a little shy about being live on Facebook. But today we're talking about, it's been a few weeks and everyone has found various different ways, to cope with COVID. And I must say that the community has come together all across North America and all across the world. People are finding new ways of doing things. So thank you for joining me today. And let's see what happens in the next hour. I'm actually quite excited. So first and foremost, I'd love to show you a new video. And we're going to cue this video. And I hope you enjoy it. Oh, it doesn't work. Oh, apparently it doesn't work. Oh, we didn't get it working. Okay. Well, I guess I'm going to have to keep trying on that. I did work on it this morning. But I'm learning our new Century 21 Resource Center, which is so full of things. I think it was trying to do the Coles Note version with it, but there are so many good things on our Century 21 Resource Center. So thank you, Century 21. And off the start, I must say that I'm looking forward to everything is changing. So I think we already have one guest that's logged on today. Why don't we see who is in the studio? Hang on one second. John, oh my gosh, how are you? I sent emails out to a whole bunch of people, and so I'm really not sure who's coming on to say hi today, but thank you. You look fantastic for being a man in isolation.
I really like your necklace.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. What I've decided is, and I have been for quite a while, is I go, I think it's, I'm wearing everything. I pull it out of drawers. I'm actually using all my great dishes to eat on every day. We eat on our china. So yeah, this fantastic little piece here, a girlfriend of mine, she was selling these, I think it was 3-4 years ago. Okay. So John, thank you so much. Let's hear what you've been up to. I love that shirt. Lilac's your color. It's spring.
It's my golf shirt. I'm hoping we can start golfing soon.
Oh my gosh, wouldn't that be great? Have you talked to your golf course?
Oh yes, they've been fantastic. I'm a member at the absolutely amazing golf club called Highlands, and they've been doing a fantastic job of keeping everybody safe and keeping the membership informed. We actually started a fund where we donated money to help staff who are laid off temporarily. So it's a really nice family environment, and the membership is great and strong, and we're looking forward to kicking off the season as soon as we can.
That is so wonderful. It's fantastic. Yeah. Our golf course is trying to do stuff, so I hope I hear from them too. But so tell us, have they shared with you how they may move forward? The Highlands is a semi-private course, is it?
Yeah, well, it's the land is owned by the city, so the Highlands leases it. Same sort of idea as Mayfair, I believe, where the city actually owns it. So
is it private? I'm sorry.
It's semi-private, so as a member of the public, you could come. Any of my business associates or realtor partners or customers are welcome to join me, and I'll cover the cost of the round. First round's on me. So yeah, you can come as a guest.
I'm looking forward to that. Do you think they're going to lift this ban on golf courses?
I think so. So there was a petition to have golf called an essential service.
Okay.
And, when I first saw it, I thought, well, okay, well, really? Okay, well, I'll sign it. I get it, like fresh air, exercise. And this morning I opened up my news on my PC, and in Florida, they've now declared an essential service is WWE wrestling.
Really?
So, so
My
if
brother lives
wrestling,
in Orlando, so and golf is been designated there as an essential service
yeah,
for, exercise. But
yeah,
yeah, I certainly hope that, they allow us with some rules to be able to get out because
I-
the weather is changing. We are a month behind, but
yeah.
wow.
So I think if WWE passes the test,
Rest,
nothing against WWE.
is that what you mean? To
I think,
recognize? Wow.
yeah, I think golf should. Now I was reading about a course in on the island, and they've opened up and they have implemented things like one person in a cart, twosomes only versus foursomes. Uh, you can't arrive any earlier than 15 minutes before your tea time, so people aren't
Okay.
milling around. None of the clubhouses are open. They leave the flag stick in and pull the cup up a little bit to block the hole. So rather than putt into the hole and stick your hand down there and grab the flag, you just putt up to the cup that's artificially raised out of the ground.
Right.
So
So
yeah, they're doing things like that.
cool. Hit the pin and it's in. One stroke. Okay,
There you
that's
go.
good. Yeah. So
So
tell me what else has been happening. If you're willing to share, what things are you
sure.
doing to stay, healthy and happy?
Well, me personally, I try to exercise every day. Um, um, I have a treadmill with weights and things like that. I also play music to keep my mind active. I've been trying to learn every single Beatles song on the bass because Paul McCartney is an amazing bass player. And the good news is I've only got 218 left to go.
Wow. I keep forgetting to ask you when you come on to play a tune because you are a musician. You tell us a bit about your band. Are you guys jamming or practicing?
Sure. Well, we tried it with Zoom, but the technology there's too much latency and nothing really connects. So, but we have been doing projects. Our singer did a project with her. She's from Australia. Her name is Leah,
Yeah.
and the name of the band is Radioactive. And she has a lot of musical friends in Australia, and they've done a couple of projects. They're just finishing up one now. It's going to be Hey Jude, and I might even be in that one. I'm not sure. I sent in a clip, so we'll have to see. But
Oh my
it's
God.
all
I wish
people
we
all
could
over the
hear
world.
your clip.
Yeah, we'll see. I'm playing a ukulele bass, so I thought that would look different.
So you don't happen to have an instrument by your desk there? We can put you on the spot. Oh, come on.
No, no, you'll have to wait till we're back on stage, and when this is all over, we'll be playing around town. We play at On the Rocks and Caffrey's and places like that. We go to Banff and Canmore and play all those kind of places. So we're really looking forward to getting out there and having some fun again.
Well, maybe moving forward, I'm not sure how soon we'll be able to see you in the pub, but maybe the guys can get together. We can figure this out. Um, thanks to my brother, right? And remember I had some issues with, that Zoom, but thanks to my brother Ian in Florida, who is an IT guru, has set up this particular program, and he's available. I should put his number on the screen. Perhaps maybe he can help you guys figure out how many people in your band.
We have 5. Actually, it was Let It Be, not Hey Jude. I just thought of
Oh,
that.
let it be. Let it. I can't see. I'm standing in the
5.
singing line.
So, not surprisingly, I'm the senior member.
Are you?
Yes, and we have Julissa is our drummer, and she is married to Alex, who is our saxophone and keyboard player. And if you add their 2 ages together, I still beat them.
Really?
Then we have Jeremy Cornell, who it plays guitar, and he runs every year. Unfortunately, this year they had to postpone it for a year. The Beaumont Blues and Roots Fest. And
So
then there's our
okay.
And our amazing singer Leah. You actually might know her husband is the brother of a real estate agent, Carson Bear. I don't know if you know him.
Oh yes, yes, yes.
So Carson's brother is married to our singer, Leah.
Oh, cool. You know, I'm always amazed, you know, realtors do have lots of other talents, same like mortgage brokers. So you mentioned there were 6 people in your band?
5.
5. Well, you know, I think I'm going to provide you with Ian's number. I think he can help you set this up. So you guys can actually start streaming concerts from different places, because this platform of mine, you know, all I can think of it's a fantastic studio. I mean, have a look at my ticker tape there. It says to discuss your financing needs.
Mortgage is spelled wrong.
Oh, well, I can fix that. Watch this. You see, I'll just tell the little girl that does that. Hang on 1 second.
So, yeah, while you're fixing that, what we've been doing is we've been posting videos of us playing in the past at various pubs around town, and we've been posting those. So if anyone wants to go and see them, we have a Facebook page. You can search Radioactive Edmonton.
Oh, let me just add that since I'm correcting this. I could certainly do this. You know, this is so cool. I'm learning every day. Radioactive Band Edmonton. Okay, 1 second, John.
Facebook.
Let's see if I get it. Oh, Facebook. Right. 7. Okay. So watch this. See, I just changed something. Hang on. Did I? Hold on. Did it work? No, that one didn't work. Oh, there. Watch that. Haha. In the meantime, let me just find John here, and I'm going to make those changes, John. And so when we visit your page, we're going to actually see some past performances.
Yes, absolutely.
Wow. Oh, there we are. Okay, so
it should be a red R.
Okay. Well, we just fixed this, and then visit. Hang on. Visit our Facebook page.
Like that.
Oh, oh, I love that logo. So which song is your favorite on there?
Well, the one we just put out, we recorded when we were in Banff last December, and it's a Pearl Jam song called Alive. And we thought that was appropriate because the lyrics all are about, you know, I'm still alive. I'm still here. I'm still alive.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Well, you know, that would be kind of cool. Radioactive. Cool. Let me just, yeah, please. I can't wait to visit your page, and it would be so cool. Actually, John.
Yeah.
1 second. You know, since mortgages are your thing, I'm gonna ask you that next question. So I hope you can answer. But sure. I actually want to. I'm trying. Oh, we have to share the audio now. Okay. I'm trying to impress you.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah. So, yeah, I'm trying to impress you to make it look like I've got like 10 people. The only people missing at the moment really is hair and makeup. So I have to figure that out, right? Yeah.
Well, you've got Superman behind you there.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah. Get fired up. Look at this. Look, look, look.
I think you have to hit play.
I will.
So you can see
fantastic.
You can see Julie on the drums.
Right? Oh, wow.
And she's married to the skinny dude beside me.
How
Anyway, there you go.
Shall I turn it up a little, John, or is it good?
No, maybe turn it off.
Turn it off. Why?
I don't know.
I'm trying to figure out where you are. I think I know where you are.
I'm right in the front. The camera's just over my shoulder.
Right there. Yeah, this is awesome.
The gray hair. You can see people are having a good time.
Whoa. I'm impressed. Look, the place is packed, John.
Yeah, they have a good time.
Well, I think in the meantime, we're going to have to figure out how to get you live. Yeah, that's good. Yeah.
Sounds good.
That was fantastic. Thank you, John.
Thanks.
See, I put you on the spur of the moment there. Yay.
Thanks for the plug.
Oh, hey, but I think you and your band, call my brother. He'll help you set it up because, you got to figure out how to get you in your space. But I think the way that we can do that is, like this.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So can you give us a little update? Today, I know it's early, but early in the week for us to talk about financing rates. I've had a couple of discussions with clients. I've asked one of them to give you a call this morning.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Because the rates we're hearing are so different. We did have someone from the Bank of Nova Scotia actually yesterday, and she did mention rates, but she was talking about some of the changes in the mortgage world. So please enlighten us.
Sure. Well, one really great change just announced a few days ago. One of our lenders is now offering cash back on a transfer. So typically those were reserved for new purchases. So if somebody's looking to transfer their existing mortgage at renewal time or even before renewal time, if it makes sense, and we can run the numbers to see if it makes sense, they can get up to 3% cash back that's not added onto their mortgage, like on a refinance where you would be adding onto the mortgage.
Right.
And a refinance, because it's uninsurable, the rates are typically higher, as are cashback rates, but they're comparable. So you can get up to 3% cashback for a comparable rate as if you were refinancing, but you're not. You're not changing the principal balance. And so that's a fantastic new creative solution by one of our lenders. And so let's say you're getting a $400,000 mortgage that you're transferring over, you can get up to $12,000 cash back, which, if you pay that down against a high debt credit card, or, maybe pay off the rest of your car loan or what have you, you can dramatically increase your cash flow, improve your cash flow.
In part of that refinance, are you looking at paying off all their credit cards and getting that to zero, getting a low interest card, just refinance? Okay.
Yeah, a reset. So typically, if you wanted to refinance to pay off debt, you can only borrow 80% of the value. So you need to have enough room to pay off that debt. And if you don't have the room and you happen to be, a previously insured mortgage, like maybe you went 5% down,
right,
we can switch that and still get you 3% cash back, kind of like you refinanced, but not exactly.
Well, that's a bonus. 12,000 could go a long way in reducing your outgoing monthly.
Yeah,
right.
Like if that's credit card debt, $12,000, you're paying $2,400 a year just in interest.
Wow.
So let's get rid of that.
So, maybe perhaps next week, maybe you can work out some formulas and maybe we can add a PDF, some information people can download and then apply it to their own situation. They can give you a call. Actually, every day it's changing and it seems to be improving. I think it's a great time for people to look at this, right? Because the
Yeah,
rate,
absolutely.
can we talk about rates that you're seeing out in the marketplace right now? I know there are insured rates, and we'll call them, I'm trying to find a better word, non-insured rates.
So there are three basic categories. So insured, that jargon for us means that the customer is paying for this. Well, I'll use CMHC as an example. So the customer is paying the CMHC premium. So that usually means you're buying a house with less than 20% down.
Right.
The lender has to buy insurance, but you as the purchaser get to pay for that insurance. And the insurance is protecting the lender in case of default. So the lender has very low risk, and therefore they can offer a much higher rate. Now, there's another category we call it insurable,
Right.
which means the lender is going to pay the insurance premium, not you as the borrower.
Okay.
So this would be if you're buying a house, say, with 20% down,
Right.
the lender doesn't have to buy the insurance by law.
No.
And you don't have to pay insurance because you're putting 20% down, but the lender chooses to buy the insurance.
But he's not upcharging you, correct? Or is it built in?
No, it's a slightly higher rate than if you paid for the insurance, but it's still lower than the third category, which is uninsurable altogether. So uninsurable, examples of uninsurable are if the property is over $1 million, or if the amortization is longer than 25 years.
Are you still seeing longer, like 30 and 35?
Yep, 30. Or the other main category we run into uninsurable is when you're doing a refinance. So you're trying to add more money onto your mortgage. And that's where this new product comes into play. Is that rather than add money onto your mortgage in a refinance, just do a straight transfer, the best possible rate with up to 3% cash back.
So if today, and I think that will be a question posed to you by someone that's calling you today, they're looking at a renewal. It's upcoming renewal, say June 1. And he doesn't want to take any equity, just wants to transfer the existing loan.
Yeah.
What kind of rate can he expect?
Yeah, so there's a great example. So if the existing mortgage is currently insured, so let's say they put 5% down. Okay. So that's going to transfer in as an insured mortgage, is already insured. And so that would get the best rates available.
Okay, excellent.
Now, let's say that they originally put 25% down.
Right.
So there's no insurance on it right now.
Back in the day, correct.
But because it's less than $1 million and because they don't need an amortization longer than 25 years, they could transfer it as an insurable mortgage where the lender chooses to buy their own insurance. Okay. So you know the rate's a little bit higher than if you had paid for the insurance, but it's still way lower than if you're going to refinance. Okay. And if you're sufficiently confused.
No, well, I mean, they may be, but they're going to call you.
Yes, call us.
The other question is, what about refinancing or renewing, say, vacation properties right now in Alberta? Some of these, you know, you own your residence, but you've got a lake year-round residence or a summer place. Has any of that changed?
Yeah, I think the best advice I could give anybody is if you get a renewal letter from your lender,
right,
do not sign it until you've talked to us.
Ooh, okay.
Okay, because what we're going to do is we're going to look at that renewal letter and we're going to let you know, hand on heart, whether or not you're being treated fairly. Okay. Because if you're being treated fairly and we try to, trick you and switch, that's not doing anybody any good. If you're being treated fairly, we're going to let you know that because it's a lot easier just to accept a renewal offer than to go through a brand new mortgage application. So we'll let you know what, you're being treated fairly. That's a fair offer. And then you can decide if you want to accept it. So
with no obligation. So you're willing to consult with people who have been mailed a renewal?
yes, we want to educate you. We want to educate you on mortgages and how they work. And if we're honest and open with you, perhaps you'll refer us to a friend. Okay, so we're happy to let you know that you're being treated fairly. That's a win for you because you can rest easy at night. You know that your current lender values you as a customer and that they're treating you fairly.
I love that word, value. That's
now,
cool.
On the other hand, if they're not treating you fairly, maybe they don't value you as a customer as much as you think they do, in which case we can get a better solution for you. And so that's also a win for you. So either way, you're going to win.
So I have another question. We started doing this about 4 weeks ago. Okay. I don't know if you remember that far back. It feels like years. Okay. Every week is a year.
Yep.
And Greg Bowker, right, a well-known real estate appraiser, was on with us and provided us with some information about how they plan to help with appraisals. So from your experience over the last month, are you finding that the appraisals on some of the properties and some of the refinancing and the new stuff you're doing, are you seeing an effect? Has COVID had an effect on our real estate market?
It's a great question. Anecdotally, I don't see a change in value, but here's what I do see in talking to folks. If someone's out in this environment, potentially getting infected, and they're out in this environment looking at a home, they are very serious about buying a home. The people that are out are actually serious about buying, and therefore the demand that they're putting on is actually very strong, real demand. It's not people who've got nothing to do better on a Sunday afternoon and they want to go look at how homes are decorated, and all that inefficiency in our system is gone. So the people that are out there are very, very serious, and they're very motivated. They're obviously taking a risk leaving self-isolation and going to look at a place. So the demand that's there is true, real, hard demand. And I think that's actually bolstering the pricing a little bit.
Well, that's good, because I would tend to think, and as I queried Greg, we haven't seen any, COVID stopped us in our tracks. We haven't seen any real process sales, so it shouldn't have had any effect, right? And I think he kind of agreed, right? Because appraisers work on the past, right? The last 3 to 6 months of sales. So you haven't had any issues currently with a particular file that didn't appraise for what they're paying for it, or okay, that's fantastic.
And also, again, my hat's off to the appraisers and the lenders who have modified their requirements for a full appraisal in this time. So they're doing everything in their power to keep the business flowing. So rather than traditionally, entering the home to do a full appraisal, they're allowing modified versions where the homeowner is taking pictures and videos, and the appraiser is kind of looking in the window, so to speak. So my hat's off.
Using correct. And he also said they can use our current photographs. A lot of us have, we're mandated to measure. So that's fairly accurate based on the RMS guidelines. And we're all taking, beautiful pictures and doing, the 3D. Yeah. So they're getting a really thorough look at the house. So that, it's great. Kudos to everyone. And I understand too, from talking to a couple of lawyers now, some people, right, perhaps you can enlighten us, right, video signaturing, signing stuff. So they're moving forward.
Yeah. Yeah, they've temporarily allowed remote signing
Yeah,
with lawyers. My understanding is land title still likes wet ink, but you know, this could change and make our industry more efficient, like a lot of other industries, like telemedicine and whatnot. And so there's a real opportunity here, I think, for new technologies to come into play to drive cost out of the system. You know, when we can drive cost out of the system and put that money back in the consumer's pocket, you know, that's going to get recirculated through the economy and help everybody.
true. We have to find ways of generating income and finding money to invest. And I think we will, I mean, we've come through a lot of different things in the past. Um,
I'd like to, that reminds me, I'd like to share a tip
Please.
that our guitar player, Jeremy Cornell, just shared with us today. What he did was he phoned up his auto insurance company and said, you know what, I'm self-isolating. I'm not driving to work for the foreseeable future. I'm not putting on as many kilometers as I used to. I don't know when this is going to end, but I'm at home and I'm not using my car. What can you do for me? And they knocked $459 off his annual premium.
Wow. Good
So
tip.
there's an idea. And you can thank our guitarist, Jeremy Cornell, for that one.
Way to go, Jeremy. Thank you for that. I
Yeah.
wouldn't have thought of that. That's actually a great idea.
Yeah.
People aren't driving right
No.
now. Not supposed to.
I don't know if it'll work for you, but it's worth a phone call.
Hey, every $100 adds up.
Yeah.
Good job, Jeremy. Right. So the number one thing, though, I mean, we seem to have this financing, food and shelter, the priority, under control. I'm trying to get people not to worry about the payments, right? If, I mean, that will deal with, they should call their lenders and postpone if you can't make the next payment. Or, I mean, some people are getting 75% of their previous salary topped up. But there are other things that they're faced with, right? That portion of it's missing. But I think that down the road, we'll figure out how to move forward with it. But one of the biggest questions is, people want to know what happens, after the deferral of the abatement. Are we going to be in a big foreclosure mess? So the bank's going to move forward? I have asked that question a couple of times to the banks. And of course, all I can say to people is, we can't be concerned about that yet. The banks, I think, will figure this out, right? Because they don't want your house, so don't worry, don't stress.
That's the last thing they want.
Yeah, that's a lot. You worked with the big bank for many years.
That's the last thing they want to do is own your house. Trust me on that one.
So, in the past several days, and even as early as this morning and last night, yesterday, in talking to people on a one-on-one, it's really interesting for me to discover what they've been doing for the last week or 2 weeks to cope. It's really about coping and keeping your mind right on the straight and narrow. It's not easy, John, when the negative stuff and worrying about the future. So what I'm hearing is they're doing many different things: routines, schedules. One friend said, I get up in the morning at 9 o'clock, I'm doing yoga. At 11 o'clock, I do exercise, right? I go, where are all these people coming from that you're doing all this stuff with?
No, absolutely. I think routine is very important. I mean, I get up at the crack of noon every day. And, no. Sorry, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. But yeah, just a little bit of physical exercise, some mental exercise. So if you like puzzles or, you could play chess on your phone. For me, it's music because that involves the mind and putting mathematical patterns together, and I find it enjoyable. But just, anything. Believe it or not, I've been going around the house fixing the little dings and dongs in the walls and patching them and painting them. Something I've been wanting to do forever, and I just never got around to it. So whatever floats your boat.
That's a great idea. I understand that places like Home Depot are still available. Maybe if you don't know how to fix a ding or a crack, there's probably thousands of YouTube videos to help. So what the heck if you mess it up? Then when you move forward later, you can put that painter back to work.
Sure.
Yeah, no coping. The other thing she mentioned to me is, and I don't know how, I haven't explored that, is they're playing games and cards online, but with her friends. So
yeah, absolutely. You can do that kind of thing. So you can play cribbage if you like cribbage, or checkers, or chess, or hearts, or gin rummy, or whatever you like. There's all sorts of apps for your phone where you can connect with your friends, or people anywhere in the world for that matter, and make some new friends. You know, maybe you end up playing cribbage with somebody in New Zealand, and you start chatting about how is it down there, how's it up here. Next thing you know, you're meeting somewhere, and you have a new friend for life. So the technology is kind of cool in that way.
A friend of mine told me about a week ago, I think, just over a week, that she's playing poker with her brothers. Her two brothers, they set it up. They have the chips, and of course they turn on the volume, etc. They have poker chips and the whole thing. And I go, but how? Yeah, but she says it's working. So I go, okay. So hopefully they'll maybe add me in the future. I don't know much about poker, but I want to learn how to do that online, seeing your brothers.
Yeah. Well, if you don't know very much about poker, I'd love to play with you sometime.
Oh.
Just saying.
All right, we can practice. I don't know much, right? Yeah. I know my nephew was trying to teach me, and I had this big jar of coins, right? So, but invariably the jar of coins have disappeared. So either I lost, but that's cool. But no, I think right now humor too. I have a friend, and every time I speak to her, I mean, there's just no question. This woman makes me, I laugh so hard, and laughter truly, and music is the best medicine. I love to laugh. And so I woke up the other morning, and John, I actually came up with this idea. I'm going to start a new page for amateur comedy. You don't have to be video. You can do, so I'm learning, right? Oh, by the way, I think my husband may be getting annoyed. I'm supposed to be getting like 7 to 8 hours sleep, but then I get up so early and I have all these crazy ideas. And what do I know? I'm learning. And
I think that's a great idea.
All future guests must come armed with a joke.
Okay. Let's see. My joke. Oh, someone asked me how long I've been self-isolating.
Yeah.
And I said, ever since my second divorce.
Oh, did we get
I'm not kidding.
How long have I been self-isolating since my second divorce? Yeah. That's very good.
It's amateur hour.
You developed self-isolation long before the rest.
Oh yeah, this is a breeze.
John, I think that might just be great financial advice. Okay, laughter is.
There we go.
I saw a cartoon the other day, and it says the fellow's on the phone. He's going, I think, well, we'll say he dialed 811, and he waited patiently. And his question was, okay, I'm gonna get.
Sally's got the giggles.
He says, how long are we supposed to be continuing the isolation? Is it 14 days or 21? And they said 14. Well, my wife keeps trying to come inside. Did you get it? I'm sorry.
I do.
I mean, I ruined the
I do.
But basically, there's a caption and a picture of her. She's knocking on the door. And
yeah. A friend of mine posted that he said he's not sure what to do. His wife is very sad, and there's tears rolling down her cheeks, and she's very distraught, and he doesn't really know what to say to help her. And he'd even considered letting her back in the house, but rules are rules. So
I love it. I love it.
that was
Rules are
an astronomy friend of mine from Yellowknife, Stephen Bedingfield.
Stephen.
Hello, Stephen Bedingfield. Thanks for that joke. He's up in Yellowknife.
Oh, listen, look at this. I think you already have a fan. Hi, Lillian, if you're watching still. I should probably, do you have a joke for us, Lillian? There, hang on. John is funny. So you have another career. Oh, wait a minute. Hang on. Look at this comment. Let me see if I can do this. And that I think is for you too. And let me see. Here's somebody that's actually watching and doing a workout. I love this.
Excellent.
Isn't that great? But laughter and music. Well, as I said to one dear friend of mine last night, if you can't think one day at a time, why don't we just think 1 hour at a time, right? I mean that it can be quite overwhelming, but we will get through this, I mean, the human race has gotten through so much. Yes, there's a lot of devastation, but I love laughter. So I'm loving this comedy thing. We might as well laugh our way through.
Sure.
Think of all the wonderful things that we emanate in our body when we laugh. And when I laugh, it almost feels like a workout. Sorry.
Yeah. Exercise, laughter. Yeah.
Yeah. Guess what? As far as the exercise, we do have a treadmill in our basement, and currently it's been dusted. The cobweb has been removed. I did say to my husband, it's got this tiny little TV up in the ceiling. I said, do you think it's possible that works? I think it's like 20 years old. So I said, well, I don't know, see if we can get it working. Maybe we can get some Olivia Newton-John on there. Let's get physical.
Sure.
And so I have to figure out ways to, first of all, it's a workout to go down the stairs. And then, of course, when you get down there, and then it's a workout to come back up, right? And that has nothing to do with my age, okay? So I'm looking forward to visiting that. And I did set a date and a time to venture down. Now, I did say to him, if I am not back up by 11, you've got to come down. Because remember, I'm going to start that at 9 o'clock or something. Anyway, well, John, I want to thank you today for joining us. You're welcome. So many inspiring things for us to, to learn and to read. And, I can't say this enough. I love Google. Sorry, I fell in love with the word Google back in 1998, 99, okay? And if I could have pulled the money together, well, you and I wouldn't be talking today. I did try. So, but, yeah, and I want to thank you very much. And to quote Oscar Wilde, life is not complex. We are complex. Life is simple. And the simple thing is the right thing. And God bless you, John, for being here with us today. And
thank you, Sally.
I look forward to you coming on. And I say you're always welcome. I'll always send you a message. And if you're available, I think, though, we're going to put you on the spot. Maybe we can get Jeremy and a couple of the other guys. Come on, we can do this. And no, do call my brother. I'll text you his number.
Sure.
I think that, he can set it up. You said there's only 5 guys in the band. There's room.
Well, 3 guys. There are only 3 guys in the band. We have 2 lovely ladies.
2 lovely women. Oh, yes, of course, right? One on the drums.
Yes, they keep us, yes.
I think you can have your own studio, and you can go Saturday and Sunday till we figure out how to get back in the space on the rocks, right?
Yes.
I remember the last time and I visited on the rocks. It was with you. Thank you. Thank you for that. I think you hosted a Christmas soiree.
Yeah.
So we look forward to this Christmas. Okay, we'll plan it in advance. God bless you. Have a safe and beautiful day.
You
And
too.
let's get out there and make things happen.
Okay. Peace,
Bye.
everybody.
Stay safe. Hug your
Okay,
daughter.
you too. Bye.
Bye, Johnny.
Bye.
Thanks for being here. And so I tell you, when you're having fun, the entire hour can disappear in a hurry. So as this little, thank you, Steven Zorba. You painted that a long time ago. And, it's subliminal, but let's get fired up. Let's get fired up for the new order. It's going to actually be better, bigger, and busier. Trust me. There's a pent up demand for real estate. There's a pent up demand for everything. But I think that this platform, I'm learning every day. The learning curve is so high. But I have to tell you, you really need some support with all of this stuff along the way. And God bless all of you studious, learned men and women who have focused and understand all of this, because who would have thought? I mean, some of us mature people, we hobble along with internet and all of this wonderful stuff, but you really actually do need help and guidance, and it's available. Just pick up the phone. Okay. And I am going to actually, whether my brother likes it or not, I am going to actually, because I think now you can call anywhere. I'm not sure if we need, hang on, let's see if I did this right. There. Show. To create a streaming platform, call Ian Ramcharan, my brother. Even though he's in Florida, he's the best. Trust me. He's worth every penny. It's a great investment. So we'll see you here tomorrow live, right? And then upcoming on Thursday, we'll be talking about the effects on small business, big business. Our guest is Arun Sakura. Arun is with Sakura Partners, and we'll be talking about mega companies and the oil industries and the effects of all of them, and what opportunities are there, what they can do to shore up their businesses. Anyway, it's going to be exciting, because there will be, actually people will come out of this stronger. We just have to find ways. Okay. And yeah, so, but I'm looking forward to having, perhaps if anybody out there is a comedian, amateur or otherwise, we don't, we can probably figure out, just have to have your audio, right? So comedy is good. So let's find a joke, and then let's share a joke. I love you all. Thank you. God bless you for being here today. My name is Sally Munro. Call, text, phone. I'm always here. God bless you. Bye for now.